Hi, my name is Matteo Grazis. I'm an independent Italian journalist and a free thinker. I worked for many years closely alongside a politician as a communication assistant, and that allowed me to see with my own eyes and intimately understand what truly happens inside what we call the inner workings of the halls of power in Rome. I've seen incredible things that you humans can't even begin to imagine. I believe that most people out there are completely hypnotized, victims of a kind of collective hypnosis, convinced they are living in a world that actually doesn't exist, except in their imagination. Many live unaware inside a matrix made of distractions, constant desires and induced needs, fears, and various discomforts. The wounds of this society are called materialism, hypocrisy, competition, indifference, and inequality. They have a great responsibility, in my opinion. The mass media, megaphones of propaganda, are also tools completely at the service of politics and finance. And then there are social networks, the biggest weapons of mass distraction that have ever existed. But why do I argue that people are hypnotized? Because you see, we build an idea of the world based on the news that we are given. But when such news is distorted and manipulated, our view of the world, consequently, is distorted and unbalanced and skewed in any way. And why do I say that the news is distorted and manipulated? It's simple, because in this system it couldn't be any other way. And I'll explain it to you very simply. True journalism should be impartial, and above all, a watchdog of power, not controlled by it. The pillars of this profession are independence and intellectual honesty. Concept completely destroyed the moment information became a business. Even a child would understand that. If information is funded, the one being funded will always write in favor of the funder, and the big media have been doing this for a long time. They are at the service of politics and multinational corporations, so they cannot be honest, free, or even impartial in any way. This is the information today in the world, made up of distorted news, manipulated, sometimes completely fabricated, and other times contaminated by economic interests or conflicts of interest. And among the traps with which the establishment manages to maintain the status quo and to subjugate the masses, there are two in particular that have been used and have worked for over 2,000 years, namely panem et circenses and dividet et impera. They are both Latin expressions. The first refers to the political strategy of maintaining control over the population by providing food and entertainment, distracting them from real issues and limiting their political engagement. The second one, on the other hand, refers to a strategy aimed at maintaining control over a population through its fragmentation, like the saying, "They've set us against each other, so we don't unite against them." Every day, no matter what happens, these mechanisms become evident everywhere. Let's turn our gaze. So subscribe to my channel if you want to hear. Not necessarily the truth, because I certainly don't have the presumption of having it in my pocket, but simply an alternative point of view. And to have information, news, and food for thought that you definitely won't find in the mainstream media or even on their websites or social pages. Let's cultivate the benefit of the doubt and critical thinking together, but at the same time also gratitude and the joy of living. In my country, my social channels are followed by many people, but I've always published my videos only in Italian. Now I've definitely decided to do it in more other languages as well, to reach an international audience. I almost forgot. I'm 41 years old and I'm the father of a boy and a girl. I've written 5 books, founded 2 newspapers, given about 200 conferences, and visited around 70 countries in the world. I am an incurable optimist, convinced, despite everything I have just told you, that there never was a better time than this to live on planet Earth. Thank you for your attention. See you next time.